Hello everyone, this is Artifact 8, Standard 4.1, Criterion 12, the Engage Learning Project. And this first standard talks about collaborating with another educator. My name is Kaylin Goggins. Let's get started. How I worked with my colleagues. I worked with two other teachers to complete this project. The teachers I worked with are both employees of the Palm County School District, and one of them works in the same school as me. All of us worked together to complete the project, and each of us contributed ideas and resources to make this project a success. At the end of the project, we had a virtual conference with each other in our classes to discuss how the food chain and microorganisms had an impact on the environment, people, and animals within the ecosystem. The learning objectives, down here at the bottom, it talks about the people I work with. This is Ashley Harrison and Ashley McLaughlin. Ashley works at Burnt Hickory Elementary with myself, and Ashley works at Abney Elementary, still all within the Palm County School District. Ashley teaches 5th grade. I am a gifted educator, and Ashley McLaughlin teaches 4th grade. So we all worked together and found a standard that we could all work on and collaborate with together to make this Engaged Learning project a success. Standard 4.3, Criterion 14, to facilitate virtual learning activities featuring expert guests to advance the learning of our students. So for this criterion, we used a Skype meeting to discuss the different types of microbes that can be found in water. And below is the link to the video that we shared with our students. And then on the right-hand side of the page, this is just a screenshot of the video that we shared. How did this experience enhance learning for the students? So the students use this experience to develop questions and answer questions that they still had about microorganisms and the microorganisms that we have in our environment. Students learn more about microbes and how they can be harmful and helpful to our ecosystem. This is Standard 4.4, Criterion 15. Demonstrate effective communication with all students' supporters. U.S. Army Corps Park Rangers. So my sister is a U.S. Army Corps Park Ranger, and she works at the park that is close to our school. I utilized her and her team to come in and talk to our kids about the ecology of the living and non-living things within our ecosystem. They included information on their presentation that they came in with about bacteria and microbes that live and thrive in the water and the rivers and of the rivers and the lakes that are closest to our homes. We actually don't live very far from rivers, creeks, or lakes. So it was very interesting for them to be able to make those connections. Here are several pictures. In the first picture on the far left, my sister is on the left and her counterpart Travis is on the right, and you can see in the background on the screen they are talking about ecology with our classes. Standard 5.2, Criterion 17, aligned to content area standards. So our content area standards for this Engaged Learning project included science and language arts standards. So for science, we had obtain, evaluate, and communicate information about how microorganisms benefit or harm larger organisms. This includes constructing an argument using specific evidence to support a claim that some microorganisms are beneficial, and B is that some microorganisms are harmful. For ELA, we chose to use a standard that states explain the relationships or interactions between two or more individuals, events, ideas, or concepts in a historical, scientific, or technical text based on specific information in the text. And then we also chose conduct short research projects that use several resources to build knowledge through investigation of different aspects of a topic. This last ELA standard W7 was a no-brainer, especially because we expected our students to do research and use different types of sources, which included the virtual learning and the advanced communication. So our learner objectives for the 5th grade students and my gifted 5th grade students, these students were to take on the role of biologists who would be exploring the ecosystem to explain how microorganisms work to benefit the survival of plants and animals within the ecosystem. Students were given the choice to be able to do a Canvas module that includes resources from Nearpod Discovery Education and instructional videos. We told them that they could use Kittle.co, Wonderopolis, and different places to do research. I gave them a very specific list of places, specifically websites that they could use. They had a choice of products to include. They could have chose a Flip video, Canva presentation, an iMovie, a PowerPoint, a Sway, a Prezi, and I also told the students if there were other things that they had used before that they could choose one of those as long as I approved it and thought that they would be able to provide all the information necessary for their project. All students had to have a part in the product and be able to explain their findings, and students were given a rubric with expectations for the project. And the use of technology, like I said before, in the ELA standards, we specifically chose that because of the technology. Here are the technology standards that we addressed within the project and how our students could be innovative designers, and that's by using their own choice of project design tool, knowledge constructor, using resources, digital tools, like I said, being able to choose their own research. Creative communicators, students communicate clearly and express themselves. That's giving them the opportunity to choose their platform again. Global collaborator, this comes in when they are working with people on the outside of the school, such as their virtual meeting or my sister coming in and doing a presentation with them. And that's it. Thank you so much.